Hello, everybody. This is Ben Dean of MentorCoach, and today we're speaking with Eva Schmidt, a senior member of the MentorCoach trainer team. She's the founder and CEO of Three Springs Coaching, where she combines decades of experience and leadership, including 17 years in Oregon as a family nurse practitioner, thank Dr. Kildare, into a rich coaching practice that spans executive coaching, professional development, and health and wellness. As you'll hear, before and after coaching, Eva is one of those people that are chosen again and again to be mentors to others. She's, in my opinion, brilliant, unpretentious, genuine, deeply trustworthy, and she has been dedicated through her whole career to help others become all that they can be. So welcome to the call.
Thank you, Ben. Thanks for having me.
Question, where do you live and work?
I currently live in Eugene, Oregon, and I work mostly in my coaching practice, Three Springs Coaching, as you said, but I'm also working a couple of days a week in a men's clinic, a health clinic here in Eugene.
Okay, well, you do have an unusual background. 17 years as Dr. Kildare, which is the way I put it, like everything equivalent to a full-time doctor, no supervision. You are the doctor in the state of Oregon as a family nurse practitioner. What do you love about that work, and how did it in fact lead to coaching?
I love this work because I truly believe that people are entitled to be healthy and thrive in every way possible. I love helping people do that. What drove me to coaching was when I started weaving coaching in about 8 years ago. I started weaving coaching into my practice, and I started seeing way more progress and results. People were doing much better in their choices and their health and the things they did for themselves when I started putting them in the driver's seat and stopped telling them what to do. So that's how I got into coaching. It then became clear that there were issues deeper than just physical health and wellness that were contributing to somebody's ability to move forward and affecting their well-being. And I started adding life coaching to my practice, sort of expanding out of just the health and wellness piece of it, and making a difference there as well. And it's just been so fulfilling and rewarding to me to do that. And so then I've expanded even further. What was happening, I found, as I started doing more and more of the life coaching, is that I had more executives reaching out to me. And having been an executive, I'm comfortable in that environment. However, it was apparent that this is a little bit different than life coaching. I think that fundamentally coaching is coaching, but there are some particulars in this environment, and I didn't feel that I had the appropriate skill set to address all of their issues in a meaningful way for them. And so I added the executive coaching piece.
Okay, and let me ask you this: how central and rewarding is it for you to mentor people that want to be mentored, to help people that are looking for guidance or trying to find their way? How meaningful is that for you?
I think it's central to who I am and what I do. And it's very meaningful to be able to mentor people, to share what I know, to share my skill and my thoughts, and help people move forward and in a lot of ways. And so mentoring across the board has just been, whether it was coworkers, whether it were fellow executives in that arena, all the way to my patients, and then now to my coaching clients. It really is all about mentoring and sharing knowledge and helping people find their way.
What kinds of clients do you currently work with?
I have clients across the board. So I have the health and wellness, of course, that I still do. I have life coaching for a variety of people, but I've also taken recently sort of a keen interest in team coaching. I work for, or I weave it into the work that I do in the clinic I'm currently into, but also executives for sure. So I'm coaching executives mostly in government, and the team coaching is mostly in government, the government environment. And that's been really a lot of fun for me, to expand a little bit. I know the importance of good leadership, having been in that, again, in that environment. And I know the importance of functional teams and the disruption in the overall company health, right? That can create when that's not working all together. So that's been a great piece that I've added.
You actually completed another excellent coach training program, and then you chose to keep going and just start over kind of at MentorCoach. Why was that?
The original coach training program I went through was a good program. Its focus was mostly health and wellness coaching. And so when I started coaching executives and realized that there were some things that I needed to learn about coaching them directly, while I knew that getting an ICF certification was important, particularly in the government arena, because you cannot get a contract without an ICF credential. There are a lot of companies that won't entertain coaches, even in conversation, if you're not ICF credentialed. So it's crucial. However, that wasn't enough. That wasn't the only reason. While that is absolutely important, to me, it was the knowledge that was lacking. So I wanted a program that was going to push me. I didn't want to go. There are some good programs out there that you can pretty much fast track through if you have the years of experience in coaching. And that's not what I needed. That's not what I wanted. I needed something that was going to push me and it really expand my skills. I just felt that if I were going to call myself an executive coach, the ethical thing to do would be to gain the skill set of an executive coach. And so that's why I chose MentorCoach, because that is a program that, after looking at other programs that that I felt at the beginning would do that, and it did, and it's a great program, and that's why I chose it, and that's why I advocate for it, and that's why I continue to be an advocate for it.
Now, if people are considering getting deeper into coaching or becoming a coach, what would you say is one of the most important things they should consider when they're deciding?
Well, I think that a good program for sure, and that speaks to the intent. I think it comes back to, there are a lot of people well-intended in their quest to become a coach. However, I think that the knowledge is the thing, and you need to be focused on the learning, and learning how to be a good coach is super important. And so I think that your intent needs to be in the learning and then finding a good program to make you a good coach or to help you become a better coach.
Okay, now this might seem obvious, but when you're teaching a class, Eva, how committed are you to developing a safe atmosphere for people to be able to ask dumb questions and to trust each other? How important is that for the learning?
It's central to the learning process. You have to create a good environment for people to feel comfortable in, and there are no dumb questions. If you have a question, it's because you need to know an answer. There are no dumb questions. And I think people it's important that they feel comfortable, that they feel heard, that they have everybody that's coming to these classes has something to offer. I learn something every time I teach. And so it just needs to be a safe, sort of relaxed, neutral environment for people to contribute and to learn.
Okay, what do you do for fun and to recharge? Are you one of these people that works 60 weeks a year, or do you do other things?
Well, I work a lot, and that's because I love what I do. And however, I do need to recharge. And so I am committed to myself every year to take a couple weeks outside off the grid. And one of the things that I've done for the last several years in a row is I take an 8-day whitewater rafting trip down the Grand Canyon. And so I'm completely off the grid and immersed in a spectacular environment. And it does really work to recharge. It works to recenter, to remember what's important, and that there are so many things bigger than me, including the Grand Canyon.
Uh-huh.
And
You
so,
have to get
yeah,
in shape to do that?
you have to be in decent shape to do it. If you want to experience the full benefits of it, there's a lot of hiking, there are a lot of side canyons, and it's pretty physical for sure. But it's so beautiful, and it's such an experience that you don't think about the strenuous part of it when you're down there.
And do you and your husband have much to say about the value of having grandchildren?
Yes, we do. First and foremost, my family, right? They've been super supportive. My husband and I have 3 grown children and 10 grandchildren. And we just got a new grand puppy over the weekend.
Ah,
Yeah, so I think that family, grandchildren, yeah, 10 is a lot, but it's so wonderful. And I think it really, it sounds like a lot. And when you say you have 10 grandkids, that can mean a lot of things, but I think it keeps you young. I think it just keeps you young and active. And, it's what keeps me working out and doing the things I need to do for myself so that I can get up off the floor when I'm playing with them. So it's beneficial in a lot of ways.
okay. Now, if somebody listening to this would like to get in touch with you and talk further, can they do it, and how do they do it?
They can reach me very easily at threespringscoaching.com. It's Coach Eva at threespringscoaching.com, and that's the number 3. And I check my email constantly, and I'd be very happy to get back with anybody and answer any questions that anybody has about any of this. That's the best way to do it.
Eva, it's a delight to talk to you and to learn more about your background. And I'm so excited that you're part of our faculty and teaching great classes. And have a good weekend.
Thank you, Ben. I couldn't be happier to do it, and I appreciate it. You have a nice weekend as well.
Okay, will do.
Okay.